Welcome to Freeform Radio on the Freeform Network. You can follow us on Facebook at Freeform Network, on X at FFR Podcast. And remember to send your questions and suggestions to ffnquestions@gmail.com. We're all back together on this snowy Midwest day after Thanksgiving. So we're all here. We got Danny.
Heck yeah, man. It snowed quite a bit. I just barely made it to the podcast. I didn't realize how late it was. Just finished.
And we got Noel.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well.
So we're all back together. Like I said, we got after Thanksgiving, we got pounded with snow. I think what I saw is about 8 to 10 inches. So I'm pretty sure nobody went out yesterday. If you did, God bless you. But what I'm seeing here, it looks like Noel probably did not go out. He beat a game, Horizon Zero Dawn, and some DLC with that game. So what is that? What platform is that on? Well, I don't know if it's PC or PlayStation. What's that game about?
So yeah, this is the first one of the franchise, and this one's on PC. I ended up getting the second one, the sequel to it, from Daniel, and then before I got into that, I was like, let me play the first one first and get an idea of the story. And there's some DLC that came with it too, so I ended up getting that on PC, and this is for the new PC that I got, and it ran great, dude. 4K, 120, no issues really. There's some areas where it would drop a little bit, for the most part, it was running like pretty freaking well, and it looks great. This is the remastered version, so I
Mm.
started out with the complete version, which is it came out earlier, and then years later, like maybe 2 years later, they came out with the remastered. So it's got better lighting reflections, better shadows, and shading and all that stuff. So it was really fun though. I want to say I put in like 60 hours into this one, and it's normally like a 40-hour game or something like that. People were saying, but for me in particular, whenever I play like an RPG that's really well done, that's like a good game, like God of War, um, Lord of the Rings, the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, stuff like that. Skyrim. There's so many good games out there that when they build the world really well and you kind of get immersed in it to the point where sometimes I'm just riding to ride. I'm riding like one of the mounts. You get like a
Hmm.
it's like a big dog or something like that, and then there's another one that you get that's like a it's like a bull, and there's another one that's like a ram. So you could ride like these different mounts, and sometimes it's just such a gorgeous like artistic world that they've created that sometimes I'm just riding around and see it all, and it's really cool. It's real fun. The story was good. A lot of side quests, a lot of RPG elements to it. You level up, you build up your equipment, you build up your skills. I thought the skills were really well done. It it was in a way where each skill kind of like helped you on your journey, and as you unlocked more, and you get like a wide variety to choose from, so you kind of look and see, what do I need more now, where am I weak at, what am I getting killed by, do I need more stealth, do I need more power, do I need more resources, like because you gather resources to upgrade your stuff. So maybe you need, to gather more resources every single time you grab one thing, it'll give you more of that thing. And so there's different stuff. I'm not gonna go too in depth on it, but it was really cool. Towards the end, I think I was like level 60 or something like that, or almost 60. It was like 50 something, and I had almost unlocked everything. There was just a few skills I didn't unlock that were like the least needed for me in particular. Some of the stealth ones, I'm an action guy. I do stealth when I need to, but if it's not necessary and I can win the fight, I'm gonna go and win the fight and get some extra points and stuff. So, but overall, the story was cool. It's kind of just to kind of recap as quick as I can about it. It's about a post-apocalyptic world where AI takes over, and it starts becoming sentient and creating more versions of itself, kind of like animals and stuff like that. And it's all robotic though. So these animals, um, you know, tigers and alligators and all sorts of stuff, they're all machine created, and they do serve a purpose, kind of. You can harvest them. There are animals that you could eat and stuff. You hunt boar, goats, and chickens, turkeys, stuff like that. Actually, not chicken. Turkey is what they had in there, rabbits and things like that. So, um, it's interesting. The story about the AI is still more to uncover. Like I said, there's a sequel, so I can't really give you all the details now. But essentially, the first game is about beating a major battle against one of the AI that wanted to essentially take over a tower that would transmit its signal across the globe. And right now, you're just mainly dealing with a certain area. I don't even know if it tells us the area we're in. Um, it doesn't say like reference like states or anything like that. So I'm not really sure what country
So,
or
but it's in the
even
U.S.
I can't even say that for certain. I'm trying to think. There are areas where there's skyscrapers and stuff, and there's like you see like remnants, ruins
Hmm.
of like streets and stuff like that. But maybe Daniel might know. I'm not sure. Do you know, Daniel?
Yeah,
What?
I do know that it is in the US. I just can't recall where exactly. I know part two takes place. I don't know if you want me to tell you, but yeah, there's a big reveal on part two. When you get to the place, you see like this big monument and you're like, holy shit, I'm in this city.
Okay, but it would still be the U.S. for the second one.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
say both are in the same place. I can't quite remember where the first one is located. I'm trying to search it right now.
But yeah, so
Uh, yeah, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, Wyoming. That's where allegedly
uh,
the it takes place.
that makes sense. Yeah, it's very mountainous, especially when you go north, it becomes even more and very cold and frigid. And if you go south, it's like definitely more. I would say it seemed like tropical, like it seemed like very nice, temperate, tropical-ish area. But anyway, like I said, the first game is mainly about beating this main AI that's trying to spread its signal across the world. And so you end up stopping it. Spoilers for those who haven't played it. But obviously, if there's a sequel, so you got to win. And there's interesting characters around throughout the whole story. Um, Ultimately, I enjoyed it. I'm just going to kind of keep it there. Once I play the sequel, I can do a deeper dive into it and give you more details. But for now, I would give this like an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I might even replay the New Game Plus one day, but I'll probably wait a year or so for that because there is a New Game Plus where you could start up the story again, but with the items you already accumulated and the skills and all that. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, like you were saying, Daniel and Andy, it did snow really bad yesterday, and so I was just kind of hunkering down, trying to keep warm, and it's like, man, it's crazy. Can't go out anywhere, do anything. But I'm like, you know what? It's kind of getting me in the Christmas mood. So I ended up watching a very old movie that I watched as a kid, like a very young kid, like I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. I remember watching this claymation, stop motion, whatever you want to call it, movie. It's A Year Without a Santa Claus. Came out in '74. It was like a hour special or something like that. It was one of those
Hmm.
Christmas specials, and it was very nostalgic for me to watch it again. And definitely dated. I'm not a kid anymore, so I can't enjoy it like I did when I was a kid, but I could still respect what they did with it and how it would influence like the younger audiences now. I don't think anybody in the younger age in modern day would want to watch this, but I still hold it near and dear to my heart. Have you guys watched this one?
It's a Rankin Bass one, right? Movie. The Year
Uh,
Without Santa Claus.
Is this that like Frosty the Snowman, old school, Rudolph the Red-Nosed
y-
Reindeer
yeah,
claymation? Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's those. I didn't know the name Rankin Bass. Is that what it is?
The produced by Rankin Bass, and this it's the one with where Santa Claus has like red hair, right? He's young. Is that the one? Or no?
No, this one he's already old. He's actually very old, and he gets like the sniffles or something, and he's just tired, and he's like nobody believes in him anymore. I'm just gonna call it quits and just take this year off, and everybody's freaking out. And so these some of the elves they go to town to try to see like, do people still believe in Santa Claus? And sure
Yeah.
enough, a lot of the kids don't. And they're like, dang, dude, so it's really true. Like nobody believes in them anymore. But then they do find that some people do still, especially older people. I guess they had seen Santa Claus growing up or whatever. They believed in him still. But unfortunately, one of the reindeer gets mistaken for a dog because they try to like blend in and they put it in the pound. And so they're trying to get the dog free or, the reindeer free, but there's like a fine or something like that. And so they need the help of Miss Claus. And anyway, Santa, he gets involved. They're trying to recreate Christmas and the spirit and all that. And so they end up having to go to there's this creature that's he controls the cold, Mr. Cold or something like that. And there's one that controls the heat. And they pretty much control the weather in the north and south. So the south is always hot, north is always cold. And so they try to flip it around for one day. For one day, the north will be hot and the south will be cold, and it'll snow in the south. It'll spark the Christmas spirit again in the south. And then, sure enough, Santa Claus gets his energy back, and he's
Uh-huh.
like, I'm good. And that's pretty much how it ends. It's a
It's a
quick,
Rankin Bass one, yeah.
yeah, it's
I
a
got it
quick hour special.
confused with another one, but yeah, it's the one with those one guy's like ice and one guy has like a fire head or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of
Yes.
those. It was just nostalgic, man. It's not necessarily a good or bad movie. It's all subjective depending on like if you're in the mood for something like that. And so yeah, yesterday with it was snowing so much, I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me watch a holiday movie. So yeah, I watched that. And going along with an older movie, I ended up watching The Wizard of Oz, the 1938 or 39, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Um, have you guys ever seen this one?
Yeah, a billion times. It used to
Th-
be when I was a kid on Channel 2, it was like this special they would do once a year. And I would watch it every year. It was when I was a kid. I mean, it was literally on cable, I think on TBS this weekend. It was weird. Anyways,
uh, and this is like the standard one, right? You're making it sound like this is like a super special one.
Yeah, this is the regular Wizard of Oz that came out back in the
Judy
day.
Garland.
Yeah, the
Okay,
Judy Garland one. Yeah,
1939 one. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So 1939 one, but this would be. Did it? Was it always in color?
It was the first full full feature movie that was color. That was like this technology thing. That's why it's in black and white like for the first 20 minutes, and when she gets to Oz or whatever, it's in color because it was that's like one of the things about it. And plus it's like a book, so I mean, but yeah, it was the first full length big budget movie that was in full color.
Man, okay. I was just in awe, dude, because I think I watched it when I was a kid. I don't remember what age, but I would say for like the last 25 years at least, I have not seen it. So
Yeah.
I pretty much didn't remember much at all. Um, but then when I started watching it, the music, the sounds, like it started like sparking memories. And Over the Rainbow, the song, I'm like, man, this is where it came from. Like I've heard that song throughout my life, the Over the Rainbow, whatever. Yeah, even the big Hawaiian dude sang that song, became famous for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
The
right. Did you see the scene with the scarecrow and his gun, man?
and his gun.
The
Yeah, you didn't
Mandela
see that?
effect, yeah.
No, that's not Mandela effect. That's just in that
Yeah,
movie,
there's
man.
people, I think the new ones, you don't see it or something, and
Oh,
people
really?
claim.
I
Look it
never heard
up.
of
Yeah,
it.
it's along with the old ones had one of the Munchkins hang themselves, and you could see it in the movie.
Yeah, that's
I
in
I
there
And
heard
then
too,
about
they
dude.
took
that.
that out. Yeah.
Okay. I remember hearing about that, and I think I saw it as well in like a clip years ago. But I didn't see any of that in this watch through. And I just got it online, and it was the 4K restoration or something. It looked really good, man. Looked crystal clear.
Yeah, the 4K looks nice, right?
Oh man, looks phenomenal, dude. Oh wow, okay, I see it now.
Yeah, that's some Mandela effect because people.
People
claim
don't
they
remember
never
that.
see
Yeah.
it, but
Uh-huh.
people then there's people that claim it. I've never saw it until I saw like the YouTube thing or like the conspiracy thing on the internet. Like I don't remember Scarecrow packing because he's always scared and shit.
Yeah, everybody has their like little tool or their thing to protect
Yeah,
themselves, and then there's the scarecrow with a piece, man, and I'm like, dang, scarecrow don't mess around.
Oh man, that's cool.
Eh,
If only I had
so
seen that version.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's in your version of the movie. I mean, that's the way they show it, but not a lot of people see it because it's a really quick scene. I mean, it's like 15 seconds the scene, and then after that, he never actually shoots it, so maybe that's why it doesn't stick in people's brain. But yeah, he's walking around with a piece for like that, like 30-second scene.
Interesting.
yeah. After Thanksgiving, it was I was flipping through the cable or whatever you want to, whatever I got a box, but they had all these Christmas movies going. They already had Vegas Vacation. They had or I'm sorry, Lampoon's Christmas thing Vacation. They had Christmas Story with Ralphie. They had Elf. They had like I was like, damn, it's like it's not even Thanksgiving hasn't even ended and they're starting with the Christmas stuff. Along with it, there was like this they kept replaying Wizard of Oz. Like I don't know if I think it was TBS or TNT, I can't recall. But they were like, are they trying to? I was thinking like, are they trying to make this like into some Christmas thing? And then I think E was playing "It's a Wonderful Life," and I was just like, what the hell? Like it's that's weird because usually NBC plays it once in December and like that's it. And then yeah, they're already playing the Christmas specials from the 60s, like the Rankin Bass stuff. So it's kind of nuts.
I dig it, man. I think Christmas needs to start earlier. 1 month is just not enough, man. 93.9 started with their Christmas music. I said, let's get it, man. Let's get it going.
Man,
It's a little early.
it is early, but with the snow, it almost feels like Christmas or winter's here a little early too. So yeah, that's kind of why I was in that mood for that nostalgia and that just the feel of Christmas time. But it was good, man. I honestly the music production, the set production, the quality of acting, it is timeless, man. It's going to be 100 years in the next decade for this movie, and it doesn't really feel like it. This could have come out last year, and I would have probably believed that. I'm like, okay, it just it has good quality acting and this like old school play set design that is kind of I kind of miss it a little bit. So there's some movies that are good like that. So anyway, I was glad I've watched it. Um, and yeah, moving on here. Let's get it over here to Daniel. And you went to the Bears game, so they're on a tear right now, man. I'm not gonna say any more. I don't want to jinx anything, but man, how was the game there?
Yeah, man, the game was awesome, man. I ended up getting hooked up by work. They offered me some tickets, so I ended up me and Junior ended up going. And I've been to some really cold games like today, cold or even colder. I remember going to a Packers one many years ago, and it was freezing. And if it wasn't because it was a Packers game, I would have not even gone because it was that cold. But yeah, man, the weather wise ended up being the best day it could be, man. It was 50 degrees. I went kind of like getting ready for the coldest that they were going to be. I got ready for like the coldest of the cold that they were going to have. And I had thermals, I had hand warmers, I had gloves, I had scullies, I had two hoodies on. I had all this gear on. And with it being 50 degrees, and standing out in the sun, I had to take like half of it off. It was just way too much. But the weather was perfect. The game, the Bears pulled it off. Caleb played okay. He had just over 200 yards passing. The run game did all right too. Not too bad. Ran quite a bit of yards there, and then the passing, he kind of spread the field, and it was really good, man. It was a nail biter to the very end, just like the last kind of Bears games have been. Um, and I was kind of looking forward to seeing Rodgers because I think he's getting close to retiring. The game I went to was the Pittsburgh Steelers, which was last week, the week before Thanksgiving,
Hmm.
and I was looking forward to playing to seeing him because I'm like, this might be the last time I get to see him. But he had some kind of injury. I think like a broken hand or something.
He had a fracture in his
Fractured.
non-throwing hand. Yeah,
Right, right. But
minor.
no, but no, he didn't end up playing. So had the backup guy, I forget his name, Rudolph, I think.
Mason
Um,
Rudolph. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he played okay. Just like any kind of new rookie quarterback against the Bears. The Bears just make him look like a superstar. So this guy played half decent and kept the Steelers in the game. But yeah, no, man, it was a great time, great game, super expensive, man. Everything anywhere is expensive now, but it's probably even more so at the Bears game. When we first got there, we got our seats, we hung out for a minute, and then I'm like, "Hey, Junior, let's go get something to drink." So we went down to the concourse. He ended up getting like a root beer. I ended up getting a beer and a water. $40, man. $40 for three drinks. And I was just like, holy shit, man. I'm like, this is gonna be an expensive outing here. And then later on, we went down to get another couple sets of drinks and something to eat, something to snack on. And Junior just wanted a pretzel. I grabbed some nachos, ended up getting another beer. Junior ended up getting another drink. $70, man. I was just like, man, this is like ridiculous. Um, I don't know how people do it, man. There was people out there with their families. There was the area where we sat. There was a lot of like upscale food. Like they had nachos. I had to walk actually pretty far to just get basic nachos because the places that were by my seating area, they were like brisk nachos and like sirloin steak nachos and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, man, I don't want to pay $100 for some nachos here. So yeah, man, I don't know how people do it. This stuff's expensive, but it was a great time, man. It was a great time. Great seats, and the weather was great. Junior's is not a huge football fan. It was his first Bears game, but it looks like he had a good time. So definitely enjoyed that opportunity to take him out there. A couple of the quick things I wanted to talk about is Thanksgiving. Like Andy said, it's a little after Thanksgiving. Had a chance to get together with the family, had some turkey, some tamales, some potatoes. It was good, man. Overall, everything was good. Watching the football game in the background and eating some food, hanging out with the family, drinking a couple beers. Had my designated driver of Junior, so was able to drink comfortably and just relax and enjoy my time and enjoy some time with the family. And I hope everybody out there also enjoyed their time with their families. Andy, did you have a pretty standard fare Thanksgiving? I know you were having some family over to your house.
Yeah, it was pretty basic. I mean, it was just my sister. My mom was gonna come over, and then on Tuesday, my sister called me. It's like, "Oh yeah, mom's sick. Like she has a really bad fever, so she had the flu, so she didn't come. So just it was just my sister, and that was it. I mean, and my wife, she made the turkey breast, and we had a good spread. But yeah, it was just super simple. She came, we ate a little bit, and then she went home and she took home a lot of leftovers. And
Does the kid like turkey?
nah, we gave him turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes,
He
green
wasn't having it.
beans. I told my sister, hey, do me a favor, swing by, get him a McDonald's meal. He's into chicken nuggets right now.
Right.
He just touched the fries. Like he didn't even eat. All he kept eating was the Hawaiian bread, the Hawaiian rolls. That was
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
He devoured like four of those fuckers, and that was it.
Nice, man. Yeah,
And some
sounds like you had
fries.
sounds like you had a good time. Noel, did
Yeah, it
you
was
have
good.
anything special to eat, man?
Tamales, pretty much. Tamales, some turkey. But that was pretty much it.
Nice, nice, man. Yeah, the tamales always hit the spot. Being Latino, sometimes I look forward to it more than the turkey itself. But yeah, Thanksgiving was great. Hoping everybody had a great one out there with your families as well. Um, Last things I wanted to talk about before we jump it over to Andy is Black Friday was just among us after Thanksgiving, obviously. And yeah, I ended up going out there, did a little bit of shopping. I know Andy was making fun of me because he's like, I don't know anybody that still goes out at, 2 in the morning on Black Friday to go shopping to the stores. Now, I didn't go out there at 2 in the morning kind of thing. I waited until the next morning to actually go out there. It was Friday, but it was Friday like morning-ish. I think it was like 6:37, something like that, that I took off. Went to Menards and picked up a few things for the dog. Usually Menards has some really good deals for pets, so picked up
Hmm.
a few new beds. The old ones that we had bought last year, uh, Bagel just tears them up. She keeps digging in them and kind of trying to get her stank in it, so she's constantly, clawing at them. And so we had to get new ones. Got a few toys for her just so that she demolishes that instead of demolishing our furniture and our shoes. So yeah, picked up a few other odds and ends while we were at Menards. They had some really good deals on like snacks, peanuts, beef jerky, and stuff like that. So ended up picking a few odds and ends there at the store. We did our typical breakfast, Thanksgiving. Usually, back in the day when we first got married, man, we would do like I was mentioning earlier, and that we would go at 2 in the morning, go stand in front of Best Buy to go get that, big TV that we wanted,
Hmm.
or sit outside Kohl's because they're gonna have a blender for like $5, stuff like that. We used to do that when we first got married. So usually while we would be doing that, we would also be doing our Christmas shopping. And after all of our shopping, after we hit like 3 or 4 stores, picked up all the Black Friday stuff that we were looking for, it would usually be like 10 or 11 o'clock in the afternoon. And at that point, we would go out for breakfast, lunch, and go eat something. So we did the same here, although it wasn't as late because we just went to Menards, went out for some breakfast, and enjoyed that. But yeah, I did the rest of my shopping online, picked up a few new games. I usually pick up games during Black Friday. And actually, the game that I'm playing right now is one that I bought last Black Friday. So it's probably like one of the last ones that I have from my last Black Friday shopping batch. But yeah, I picked up a few new ones. Did you do any Black Friday shopping, Noel?
Actually, I did quite a bit. Nothing crazy, like nothing big ticket items, but for example, on the gaming front, I'm literally looking at a receipt right now. An email came through from Steam. So $20 for one, two, three, 5 games. So it's pretty cheap.
Nice, nice. Yeah, usually Steam has some great deals. I did end up picking some Steam games up as well. Did you do any Black Friday shopping, Andy?
Yeah, man, all on the internet. I didn't go nowhere. I mean, it was some Amazon, Walmart, even Menards had some online stuff where you could do like a pickup later.
Okay.
But I didn't do anything for Menards. So I bought all the gifts for my kid and my wife. I
All
did
the
go to a website. She did want something, but they were like sold out. But I found it somewhere else. And it was actually a little bit cheaper than the manufacturer, so I did okay on that. And then, yeah, it's the whole going to the store thing to me is so it's a nostalgic type of thing. My mom's like, "Are you gonna go out like Black Friday?" I'm like, "Man, no one does that." And when I was on the internet looking, it kind of confirmed what I was looking at. I mean, like the old Target, Best Buy. It was nothing crazy. I mean, there was people there, but it wasn't like years before people fighting over stuff or running through doors and Like it was nothing like that. And I mean, there was a couple fights for. I think there was like some Pokemon cards Black Friday thing, and people got crazy. But other than that, it was pretty laid back. I think people were pissed. Did see a lot of videos where people complaining that Black Friday deals are not Black Friday deals anymore. It's the same price year round. I did see a lot of that.
Right. Yeah, I
I
think
don't know if
it's
you
more
saw that. I
during
don't
the
want to
whole
be a
week
Debbie
now.
Downer, but I did see a lot of those fucking videos from like the big chain boxes, chain stores, and I was just like, ooh, that's kind of rough. So, but other than that, I think Cyber Monday might be a little bit better, or Cyber Weekend now it's being called after Saturday and Sunday and Monday. I did see some stuff like that, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I did see some stuff like the whole week now, so it's not even really Black Friday. It's like the whole Thanksgiving week, and like you mentioned, even after Thanksgiving, some sales, and maybe some of it is starting to become normalized. And you're right. Even when I was at Menards, early-ish, 7-ish or whatever time I got there were people there, but it wasn't like old school Black Friday people.
Like
So
people ripping through pallets and
right,
stuff.
exactly. There was just people picking up things like normal, taking advantage of the deals. But still, it was still a good time going out there and doing some shopping. But yeah, it was a lot less people out in the stores. I think the new norm, like Andy said, is online shopping. One of the last things I wanted to talk before we jump it over to Andy is I ended up getting Junior his Christmas present a little early. He was looking for a new PC, so we ended up picking up a new PC for him. So guess what happens to his old PC? I end up taking it. So I've dumped out his all his stuff that he had on his hard drive, cleaned it out, and now I have it as my PC. So I don't really do a lot of PC gaming because I've never really had a good PC that does good graphics. So this is my first one that has granted an 8-year-old graphics card. So we'll see how good it holds up. But I'm assuming I'll be able to play average setting games and nothing high end.
What's the
So
card you have?
I want to say it's like a 1550, something like that. So it's super old. Like I said, it's 8 years old. It's really old. So, um, yeah, we'll have to see what kind of mileage I can get out of it. But Junior was still able to play games. It's just that it was on the lower end of the settings. So he was still able to play like, Rainbow Six Siege, but on the lower settings, and Fortnite at the lower settings. And he was able to run them 60 frames per second, no issue with that. But yeah, so I'm thinking of dabbling in it and kind of checking it out, seeing if I can um, do any stuff. And to your point, Noel, I ended up getting a few Steam games that were like $3, $4 games, some really old stuff that I was just like, man, I haven't played this thing since PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. And now with the PlayStation 3 being behind where you can't play it on PlayStation because you need a console. I was just like, let me pick this game up so I can play it again, like the OG Castlevania, Lord of the Shadows. So I ended
Oh,
up picking that. That was like $3, and then ended up getting a few other ones that are kind of escaping my mind. But when I saw them, I'm like, oh man, this is $3. Yeah, this is this, and ended up picking it up. I'm waiting for my little portable keyboard because I decided to put it into the living room, so I got it hid behind the shelf, and I got it so I can hopefully do some gaming in my living room. But I didn't want to be hunched over my little console with the keyboard and mouse, so I'm waiting for a USB wireless one. But yeah, we'll have to see how the PC online gaming stuff goes on the computer. I'm guessing I'm not going to do a ton of it. I'll probably just use it as a retro station and maybe nothing new and modern. I'm thinking of kind of researching a little more of that. One thing you had mentioned to me, Noel, I think it was called the launch box, and kind of seeing if I can get that going. So yeah, maybe I'll use it more as a retro kind of console and not really too much of the new stuff.
for sure, man. Yeah, that retro stuff will be fun on there.
Yeah. But I think that's about all the time I got. Let's jump it over to Andy. Andy, oh man, you did something that we were planning to do maybe today. I don't know. It's still kind of early. Putting up the Christmas tree. Why don't you fill us in on those Aguirre traditions you got over there?
So yeah, I mean, I think since we've been married, this is the earliest I consider early since we put up the tree. Andy is getting older and he kind of understood what was going on and he got a little excited. And like right off the bat, we didn't bring out the premium ornaments. We brought out some stuff and he broke a couple. Last year we had a Optimus Prime one. I bought a Hallmark one. It was on clearance from the year before, and I put it up right away. He saw that, and it was like in this pose where like it was running. Right away, he broke it with the he ripped one of the legs out and one of the arms. So we just had it in there. I'm like, here you go, Andy. He's like, it's missing an arm. I'm like, yeah, remember your cousin broke it. He's like, what? And he got like all mad. And I'm like, I didn't want to tell him he did it, but he put it up and I was just thinking like, man, this is like really early. When can you put up a Christmas tree? I just wanted to have a quick discussion. What is the rule? I mean, because I've seen people post on Facebook and other platforms already putting up their Christmas trees before Thanksgiving. So I don't know what the norm is or the social norm is to put your tree up. I'm thinking anytime after Thanksgiving you should be good, but I mean I don't know. And I know people that keep a tree up year round for other holidays.
Yeah, for sure. To me, I think it's usually post Thanksgiving. So anytime after Thursday, I think it's free reign to just put up your tree. Um, I actually was kind of thinking maybe I should do it earlier just because I kind of want to enjoy the maximum I can of it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't think a lot of people um, put them up too early nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are keeping a tree up, and then there's a tree for like um Thanksgiving, not th yeah, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Halloween, summer. Like my wife was telling me this, like it's a thing, and I did look it up. It is a thing. And then I seen people were posting pictures on Thanksgiving Day with trees in the background. I'm like, with their Christmas tree up. I'm like, damn, like that's up already. And part of it was we weren't going anywhere. It was snowing, and so I'm like, let's just the other hard part, we cleaned up the basement a little bit, and I'm like, man, look at all this space underneath the stairway. And like, we should put all our Christmas shit here because it was all in the garage. And then I must have moved like taken out like uh, mm, 6 or 7 bins worth of crap. I was just like, I can't believe we had, and she still thinks she's missing some stuff. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, this is all going in the basement. I had to get on a ladder and shit because we had these racks that were filled to the gills with just crap that we don't use of like just stuff. And I was just like, this is insane. Like, I can't believe we have this much. That's another discussion. But yeah, and I'm like, I know where to put all this Christmas stuff now. I'm like, I'm gonna put it in the basement. And it's and we got like she got like two nativity scenes, one for the tree, one that she's gonna put out the display, and Andy was just going crazy because he saw all this crap everywhere, and he was like, "Oh, what is all this stuff?" And then he got excited with my old school lights that with like a glass stick that bubbles. I don't know if you ever seen that. That reminds me, they're on sale for Cyber Monday on Amazon if anybody's interested.
Like a
But
lava
yeah,
lamp or what?
no, it's like a little bulb on the bottom, and then it's different color glass sticks that different colors like red, green, yellow. And when the light heats up, bubbles like a constant bubble just keeps going.
Mm.
I remember seeing that as a kid like in the 80s and back then it was old. And I remember like a decade ago, I'm like, I want these lights. I saw them somewhere and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember those. So I started looking for them, and the only place I found them like 10 years ago was at Menards. and I think they were like $20 back then. And then they never go on sale. They're never on that. Every Christmas, I told my wife if you go, the day after Christmas, where everybody all that Christmas stuff's really cheap, the gift sets and all that. I'm like, look for those lights, and I've never found them. I looked for them personally. They're never on sale. But I did look them up yesterday. I was putting them up. I was like, oh man, they're on sale on Amazon for Cyber Weekend sale, whatever. And I was like, they're I think like 18 between 16 and $18. So I'm like, I think that's as cheap as it's gonna get. So I'm thinking about buying another set, see how I feel.
Nice, nice.
And then
Yeah,
I told Andy we gotta buy an ornament. So every year we buy an ornament since we've been together, so we gotta buy another one.
yeah. To me, we had that tradition as well, but now that Junior's getting older, it's kind of tougher. I think last year was the first year that we didn't buy one as a family. We usually try to keep it themed to something of that year. So, like the time Junior was really into podcasting, we got him a little microphone thing, and then when he was into gaming, we got him a little gaming ornament. So, yeah, it's something that kind of fell off, and we haven't done recently.
Yeah, we have my family. We've always had a bunch of different pop culture stuff. I mean, we had Disney, Mickey Mouse, and toys and giveaways from cereal boxes. We had like a Sugar Smack cereal that you remember that beaver or whatever that dog. We had that ornament as a kid. We still got it. I got it buried somewhere. I just don't put it up. And then I got a couple of like 80s stuff, Star Wars. Last year I bought a Nintendo controller that was on clearance for like $3, a Hallmark one. You got Batman, Bigfoot. I got a Bigfoot ornament. It's just that my wife. I know my wife's not a big fan of it. She wants the theme, but I'm like whatever. I mean, as long as it's something up and like my wife bought these for all those parents out there for toddlers a Paw Patrol set, and Andy was just going nuts putting them up, and I'm like, well, when his cousins come over, all hell's gonna break loose with that. They're gonna start disappearing. But we'll see. But overall, like I just wanted to say, I don't know. I think anytime after Thanksgiving, you should be good. Um, it's I was kind of like, okay, we got something done thanks to the snowstorm. But to me, I was still thinking it's kind of early, but let's just get it over with. So we're doing good. So let us know what you guys think at ffnquestions@gmail.com. The other thing, just to transition out of here, I saw this the other day. They're gonna stop making the penny. Um,
That's
so
right.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard about this or any news. Not that I don't think I know Danny for sure is not going to run around with walking around with change in his pants. I'm assuming Noel less likely be walking around with change in his pants.
Hell no, man. I throw all that shit away, man. Who needs coins?
That's a big thing. I did read an article. People say like, "Fuck this change," they just throw it on the street. You Noel?
Uh, I'll keep my change for a jar that I have at home, and I collect like whatever it is, and someday I take it to the Walmart or the Coin Store, whatever it is. But I don't like carrying it around with me, so I don't really carry cash either, just in case something happens, and just give out my wallet and like cancel my cards, boom, done. Versus losing cash, you can't get
It's the
that back.
two Americas right here. Danny throw it away and Noel keeping it. But one of the main reason I think Trump signed an executive order is a cost to make a penny. It costs 36 cents. So isn't that nuts? And they're saying the nickel too is it costs more to make a nickel than what its actual value is. So they saying the nickel might be on the chopping block down the road too, which I mean I kind of agree. I mean I still if I see a penny on the floor, I'll bend over and pick it up. I don't know about you guys, but and I got a couple piggy banks worth of stuff. The problem is a lot of the banks you bank they won't take change. They really push that Coinstar where they take a percentage or they try to give you gift cards or whatever. Our credit union, which my son or my wife has through her job, they take it if you take into any of their credit unions, if the machines work and they'll they'll cash it out for you and put it in your account or give you the money. So um, I got still a ton of change in my truck. When I used to pay, I never got the iPass, so I would pay the tolls. But even that all got phased out now. So when I drive there, I just throw change at the thing. I just slow down and throw it at the camera.
No, yeah, I like Noel. I do round up my change and I throw it into a bucket. But you're right, more and more everything is cashless pay. So I don't really carry around too much coins in my pocket. So yeah,
I mean,
it's
the penny. I remember people used to protest with pennies. Like, I'm gonna go pay all this in pennies. People, and then people wouldn't take them as payment and stuff because they didn't want to count the pennies. Those days are gone now.
yeah, for sure, man. I think like you said, it's a transition to where now less and less people want to deal with it.
What I'm concerned about is the rounding situation. It's good when it benefits us, right? When they round up on how much change they give you. But what about when they start rounding up on how much you have to owe them?
Right. Uh,
I mean, there's people now. I mean, I don't know if you go to stores, some of them ask you if you want to run out your change to the next dollar, so they can uh, for charity and all that. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. That's a
Oh
big
Yeah,
yeah.
thing too in a lot of stores now. So I know change is, there's, remember there was this big thing in the 90s, the 99 cent coin and all this, and people were shitting on that. I think the penny, is yeah, I mean, there's nothing for a penny no more, and if it is, it's usually a scam. So you don't have to tape a penny to Columbia House because that's not around either to get your free cassettes or CDs. Um, but yeah, I mean, just I found it interesting. I think it's about time. I think the nickel. I read the nickel too. I'm like, just knock it off and save some money. Um, Before you know it, I think all change is gonna be gone because the only people paying in change is not the best people in society. And then just to wrap up what I got going on, the I was reading this other article, what your net worth means in 2025 in the US. Um, so think about this. This is what they consider uh, lifestyles. It doesn't really go into details, but or age, but they put out this thing saying finance educators outline 2025 benchmarks for what your net worth is considered. So if your net worth, I'm assuming like some type of married couple situation, 750,000 for comfortable living. That's what they consider comfortable. If you make 750,000, your net worth. 1 million is considered rich. I know people think $1 million ain't shit no more, but $1 million is rich. 1.5 million is semi-wealthy. And then if you have 2.2, your net worth's 2.2 million, you're set for life. You think of today of what's going on with inflation and the interest rate and people not going out less and stuff. Do you agree with that? You think 750,000 your net worth is you're comfortable and 1 million is rich? To me, it seems I think $1 million is I maybe rich. I don't know. I thought it would be wealthy, but obviously these educators disagree. You guys thought on that, Danny? Like, are you set for life or what's going on?
is that considering that like how much you make a year? Is that what their
It's
net
your net
worth is?
worth. So I forgot the formula, but it's what you're worth. So like your income, your properties, your assets,
Okay.
stuff, what you got in the bank, what's your potential. So they're saying if you have 750,000 your net worth, you're comfortable, you're good. And if you're a million, if you're have a $1 million net worth, you're rich.
Okay,
So like
then
your house, your cars, your stocks and stuff like that, crypto and NFTs and your Hulk Hogan collectibles, all that stuff, it goes into your net worth.
yeah, then I could see like you had mentioned, this million I think is not super rich anymore with the way inflation is going. I get these 401k evaluations where they tell
Yeah,
you
401k. Yeah, I
based
forgot
on
about
your
that.
based
Hmm.
on your trend, you're going to be set for your way of living now or whatever corrections or profile that you have set up. And I remember my target used to be different when I first started doing 401ks, and now their target is moving higher. So you have to contribute a lot more if you want to still live like you're living today when you retire. So yeah, I wonder if a million's really enough anymore.
No, that's just you're rich. Comfortable 750. Wealthy, semi-wealthy is 1.5. So I always tell people there's a difference between rich and wealthy. And there you go, it's 500,000. And then if it's 2.2, you're set for life. I wonder if you're a billionaire, what does it say? Like you're blessed or something, Noel, what are your thoughts on this?
So I was just running some numbers. Let's say most people retire at 67, then if you're lucky to get close to 100, that's, roughly, 33 years from that point. So what would you need to have for 33 years to be able to live comfortably? That's the way I'm calculating this. Um, a net worth of 1 million probably would not be that much if we think about what the trend we're heading towards with inflation. I would say somewhere in the realm of 2 to 3 million. And then in that case, yeah, you would be sitting pretty, and you would have more than enough, I think. Depending on how things turn out, right? I could be very wrong if the economy just takes a tank dive, but $1 million just still gets you very far in today's day. Like if somebody were like, "Hey, you want $1 million?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" Like that's gonna make me feel rich and comfortable for sure. I think even 750 definitely comfortable. Like you could take trips. You don't have to really worry about it. You can go to a Bears game and get that steak nachos
Oh
and not
yeah.
have to worry about it.
I
Brisket. I
like
think Danny said brisket.
hell yeah, I like that, man.
But,
But
let us know what you guys think on that, and what's considered comfortable. There's a lot of people disagree, but this is net worth for 2025. So this is just for this year, what they're basing those numbers off of. And of course, it could change. Inflation could get better under control and such, but because I think I wanted to see what they wrote, what you think, what you considered poor is, but they didn't have that number for us because that kind of leads us into our article of the week. And the article of the week is I found this on Fox Business, but it was kind of trending for a while. Campbell's Fire executive allegedly caught. Campbell's Fire's executive allegedly caught calling company's food shit for four people when recording. Martin Bailey allegedly made this offensive remarks during a 2024 meeting. Campbell's has fired the executive, calling his food shit food for fucking poor people, end quote. Then um, the vice president of Campbell's Information Security Department can allegedly be heard in a year-old audio making vulgar and offensive and false comments. A company spokesman told Fox Business after reviewing the tape, Campbell said it believes the voice is Bally's and is no longer employed as of Tuesday. Then they put out a statement. We apologize for the hurt that they have caused. This behavior does not reflect our values and the culture of our company, and we will not tolerate this kind of language under any circumstances. The recording was recently released by a former employee uh, as part of a lawsuit filed in Michigan, Waynes County Circuit Court. Garza said he captured the audio during a 2024 meeting. He said they initially kept the recording private, but later reported to Superior. Garza was fired 20 days later, now accusing Campbell's of retaliation and maintaining racially hostile work environment. And in court, according to the complaint, um, uh, and then it goes on from there. So the guy got fired. He was recorded. Campbell's doing this in about face. I looked at it. I'm like, yeah, they got some PR work to do, but a lot of people on the internet, like always, came out and said that don't buy this stuff because on the article, Bally also wrote, it's bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came out of a 3D printer. The voice adds. And then he goes and quote, fucking Indians know anything, don't know a fucking thing. They don't think that they couldn't think for their fucking selves, end quote. Campbell's also defined his products and is calling the comments made recording inaccurate and patently absurd. We're thankful for the millions, blah blah blah. I think he released another statement, but one of the things in the video also, he said the food's bioengineered, and a lot of people came out and said that you know Campbell's is their food is bioengineered, and I think they put out another statement that all their food is here made in the U.S. or it's all from the U.S., no from overseas or anything like that. They didn't deny that it's bioengineered, but um, I've been recently eating Campbell's soups, condensed soups, which everybody's eating the tomato and chicken and all that. Um, but I thought it tasted great. But again, I don't eat it regularly. I think the last regular soups I would buy was the Chunkies because those got a little pricey in my eyes. Um, but the thing is, it's I think the hang up is a lot of people on Twitter was not that the guy got fired, but they're basically agreeing with the guy, like saying like, yeah, a lot of this food is not the best for you. It's over salted, a lot of sodium because it has preservatives and stuff like that. Allegedly, what are you guys' thoughts after reading the article? Do you agree? I mean, I don't know if you buy condensed soup on the regular as a part of your groceries. Danny, are you eating Campbell's condensed soup every day?
Not every day, but I am a connoisseur of some Campbell soups every now and then. I do like them. I had one maybe about a week or two ago, on occasion where the wifey was busy. We were planning to eat leftovers, but Alana had some meeting to go to, and I'm just eating by myself. Well, let me heat up a Campbell soup kind of thing. So I do eat them. I don't think there's anything wrong with the taste. I actually think it kind of gives me a nostalgia back old school trip, high school soups, cafeteria soups, like heating them up at the crib when I was a kid, kind of soups. So to me, I like them. If they're bioengineered, that's another thing. But last I checked the label, everything says it's cool. I don't know if they're lying, but yeah, everything's supposed to be cool.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. The article doesn't go into it, but like again, a lot of people on X and other platforms are saying it's not the meat and stuff like that is not I don't want to say organic, but it's not but they're claiming it to be because bioengineered food is people are coming out more and more against it. Noel, when's the last time you ate some Campbell's soup or anything like that? Any type of condensed soup or Chunkies, or do you use a different brand? You have your own reasons.
Years ago I would eat it a lot. I was really into the chunky soups. I was into
Hmm.
the Campbell stuff, but even what was it Progresso? I think
Progresso's
was
the
one.
other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I love those, man. I used to eat them all the time, but they're very, very high in sodium. So
Yes.
I want to say it's been 10 years since I had any of them. I typically don't really do too many soups in a year, maybe one or two. If I'm sick, yeah, but Thank God I haven't had to do that this year. So no soups yet, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was eating them again like a month ago, and the first one I had a cream of mushroom, and it was so salty. I remember going, "Wow, this has a lot of salt. Like I could taste it." Because I had surgery recently, and I was just like, "Wow, why is this so salty?" And I was telling my wife, and my wife loves salt. She's like, "I think it could, it's fine." And I'm just like. I could taste it. And when we went to I told her if you go to the store, get me some low sodium one, and it was just like night and day. It was a lot less soup. Um, but yeah, I mean
And it was Campbell soups because I
it
don't
was the
think I've ever
Campbell
seen a
soups.
low.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't
the
think I've ever
cream of
seen a low
chicken, cream of
sodium's
mushroom.
version. Yeah,
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, it was all the cream. I was able to eat cream of type soup, mushroom, celery, chicken. I had all those, and yeah, the low sodium option was 100 times better. But more and more people are coming out on bioengineered foods. The other big store, allegedly I saw videos of like TikToks and Reels and all that. People are really coming hard at Aldi, and they have a lot of their stuff saying it's bioengineered food. And Aldi has this. We like Aldi. My wife loves them. We buy a lot of stuff from them, and a lot of people coming at them hard about that. And Aldi has this uh, perception of being like really quality and healthy food. Not, I guess, healthy, but
Yeah, they
you
had
know,
a big
uh,
push for organic and
yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, they're a
and
German company, I believe, right? So there's that
yes.
expected, quality that Germany has typically. But I would, since you mentioned the bioengineered ingredient, I would start looking at cereals. Most cereals have bioengineered because of corn, and corn is GMO, so that's a bioengineered ingredient. So if you look at anything that has corn in it, typically it's going to have that label on there, and it'll be at the bottom in like a little asterisk, like may contain bioengineered, whatever.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Noel, yeah, there's stuff you gotta look at the labels, and it's especially in America, man. We process the shit out of our food. Um, People are getting more and more conscious of it, and remember the whole organic thing, and now it's not like organic as people think, and they changed the definition on that. So I'm pretty sure this probably is going to happen down the road. They can change legislation, what's considered bioengineered food, because it's been going the GMO stuff. It's been going on for I say like since like I remember before the pandemic. Um, so we'll see. Let us know what you guys think. But the soup, like going back to it's a poor people food. I mean, when I was in tough situations, I would buy Campbell's. I remember the chunky soups when they first came out. Yeah, they were under $1. I mean, I think now they're like just under two, maybe between $1.80 and two if there's a sale. But yeah, I mean, back then I was able to get them at $1 constantly. I would buy 10 of those, and I was eating them like every other day, or taking one to lunch and heating them up in the microwave. So let us know what you guys think at ffnquestions@gmail.com. But yeah, it's just people are looking into what they eat more and more regularly.
Which I think is good. I think you should look in your health. Most people try to save money by saving on their cell phone bills, saving on, the stuff that they're streaming and stuff like that, which are good places to save money. But a place that you shouldn't cut savings is in your food because you should value your food because it goes to your health. So you should try to eat as healthy as you can. But obviously, we can't all have brisket nachos. So sometimes you just have to get that generic one. But guys, I think that's all the time we have for today. We'd like to thank you all for listening. Remember, you can follow Freeform Network at Freeform Network on Facebook and X. Send in those questions and suggestions, like Andy mentioned, FFN questions at gmail.com. Visit our webpage, freeformnetwork.podbean.com. There you're going to see all the links for all our different providers. Wherever you're listening to us, hit that like, subscribe button, share it to your friends and family. We really appreciate it. Our numbers constantly go up, but we'd like to try to get that next level, so we'd really appreciate the help. For Freeform Radio, we got Noel.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another one. Be well.
And we got Andy.
It's all good, Andy. We want to thank you guys for listening to us, and we'll check it out next time.
Heck yeah, I got Daniel. Might do some little final cleaning up of shoveling some snow, but we'd like to thank you all for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
That was cool, Dad.